Hi, my chocolate drops. I know you guys are used to seeing my aesthetic organized life. Today, I'll show you the other side that you guys don't see. So, come spend a chaotic day in my life as a wife and twin mom who is also pregnant. I started my morning bright and early at about 7 a.m. First thing I did was do my oral care and then I ran the bath for the kids. Manny is the morning person between my twins. She wakes up happy, ready to sing. While Imran is usually cranky. Matter of fact, this morning he was still asleep when I went to get them up. I allowed him have some more sleep while I took care of his sister. I was done with Iman. We went to get Imran up and I got him dressed as well. Morning started with tantrums. Of course, he was crying. He was cranky. He didn't want to go to school. I got myself dressed as well because I'm slowly getting back into doing school runs. Then we went downstairs for breakfast. Their dad had already prepped their breakfast plates. I was going to be having a very busy day at work, which meant I had to take over. I was complaining about the fact that their teacher decided to text me at 7 a.m. this morning to bring Easter baskets. After their breakfast, I had to get them in the car by myself because their dad was in a meeting. Started drizzling, and that was when I knew that today was going to be a long day. Stopped at the first Dollar Tree closest to us, and you guys, they did not have a single Easter basket left. Annie decided to join in the tantrum because I refused to stop and buy donuts because we were already late. Anyways, I got them to school, I dropped them off, and then I had to go and find the Easter basket that their teacher requested. Came to another Dollar Tree, they didn't have any left, so I decided to just go to Dollar General. Lucky for me, they had a few baskets, and if you're wondering, they're using this basket to do Easter egg hunts in school. Picked up one for each kid. It was about $1.50, so I went to drop it off at the school. I had to drop it in the front desk because if I go into their class and they see me, they must start crying again. I was famished at this point, so I stopped by at the donut shop. It has been my guilty pleasure throughout this pregnancy. Every morning I have my sandwich from this place with a drink. Drove home, and as soon as I was about to get in the house, I got extremely sick. I spent about 10 minutes in the bathroom gagging and throwing up. I felt a little better after that, and I went to check up on my husband. He was swamped with work and told me he won't be able to pick up the kids later. I had to make arrangements with my sister to help me pick them from school later in the day. I got very lightheaded at this point, so I quickly went to change back into my pajamas and I went back to sleep. I have a condition called hyperemesis gravidarum, which is also known as HG in pregnancy. It's just basically morning sickness that never goes away throughout the pregnancy period. It renders me ill, and most times I have to go into the hospital to get IV fluids because I'm unable to keep food down. Anyways, I slept for about 2 hours, and then when I got up, I had my bath and I had to change because I had a doctor's appointment. Luckily for lunch, my mom made me this Indomie, which has been another crazy cravings of mine throughout this pregnancy. I warmed up some of the Indomie noodles and I quickly ate that, and it was very spicy, exactly how I liked it. Filled up my water jug and then I headed out for my appointment. Usually my husband will go with me to this appointment, but like I said, today was a very busy day for him at work. He has been very hands-on throughout this pregnancy, as he should. I understand that he can have very busy schedules, so I fill in whenever I can. The appointment lasted about 1 hour 30 minutes. Most of it was for waiting. So my doctor, she listened to the baby's heartbeat. Everything was fine, so I left. Stopped by a child on wheel to get food for us to eat later. This has made life easier for me, so I don't have to cook and stress over that. I got home and I was very hungry. Abib was hungry as well because he hadn't eaten all day. Got ewa going with plantain. I got jollof fries with goat meat and then spaghetti with turkey. One of our favorite things to do is to sit in the living room floor and eat together whenever the kids are not around. His workload had reduced, so we rested and hung out for a little bit before going ahead to pick up the kids from my mom's place. Meanwhile, we got to my mom's house and we found out that the kids were not feeling well. One of them was throwing up and the other one had diarrhea. In panic, and I felt like there was no need to go to the ER. Don't forget, I am a nurse as well. I just called their pediatrician and let her know everything that was going on. She asked me to bring them in the next day if anything does not change. I got home, Imani threw up a little more, but I gave her Pedialyte and she felt better afterwards. Dad had to clean up because she threw up all over his body. Tucked them into bed, and then I unboxed some of the baby items that my sister got me. Cozy also sent me a few items a while back. Checked up on the kids again. They were fast asleep, and then it was time for me to actually freshen up and go to bed. That's my chaotic day. Bye.